eliminating the mistakes of the every sentence being. So. 어디에 가서래? 가자 만주 좋아이. 펜데 땅도 제비시. 레레 둥어 군살라. 린제 심조 코나와. So it's only the bodhichitta who can do this. The basis, if you're bodhichitta, then you see the basis of always to rise peace, happiness, to the transmigrant beings who have a mother who covers the sky. So it means everyone. Your bodhichitta, if you're bodhichitta, your bodhichitta is the basis to generate always happiness, peace. All the transmigrant beings who have been your mother, equal the sky. Equal the sky. That. So if a bodhichitta, then that becomes basis, you see, to rise happiness, peace. Sorry. Or the transmigrant beings, you see. You say, I better say this way. Your bodhisattva becomes the basis for transmigrant being with mother, equal in the sky. Oh, then they peace, happiness. They generating peace, happiness. Numberless helplings, numberless hungry birds, numberless animal, numberless human being, numberless therapy, numberless asura, numberless intimacy, etc. Oh, you see, so everyone to rise their peace, happiness, all the peace, happiness up to enlightenment. So all those who've been your mother, and they cover the whole sky. So that means everyone. And also your bodhicitta is the one that eliminates suffering of every sentient beings, every helping, every hunger, every animal, every human being, every sura, every asura beings. Your bodhicitta, your ultimate good heart. Oh, eliminate every single sentient being, from each realm, each of the suffering. You are bodhichitta. Oh, your ultimate good heart. Oh, that is. Oh. So, for example, I make a simple example. So I mentioned yesterday also what the older mothers, they recite Om Mani Padme Hum, thinking all the sentient beings to be free from samsara. So, to achieve enlightenment, they recite these all day long without moderation. So So you see, with bodhicitta, to free every sentient being from the suffering, from the oceans of suffering of samsara, and bring them to Buddhahood, total cessation of obscuration, completion of realization. You see, with that mind, you recite just one Om Mani Padme Hum. So therefore, you can recite Om Mani. So even you recite just one time Om Mani Padme Hum. But the benefit is wow. The benefit of the happiness up to enlightenment, in the eliminated oceans of samsara suffering, to every sentient being. One time you recited Om Mani Padme helped to benefit to every single sentient being that exists. Wow. Even the insects under the ground, the ordinary people don't see. So tiny. So benefit you are reciting with the bodhicitta, the Om Mani Padme Hum to send me. Or this one time on the Padme that. So they bring happiness, cause happiness. So every sentient being's happiness up to enlightenment. The eliminates every single sentient being's all the suffering. Lama. Oh, this like this. Oh, like that. Oh, you see, with the bodhicitta, you recite Om Mani Padme Hum even one time. Oh, then any other practice, with the bodhicitta, any other practice you do. Any practice you do. With the bodhicitta, you are eating, with the bodhicitta, you go to bed, your bodhicitta, talking with the bodhicitta, whatever you do, it's about the causes, whatever you do, it causes numberless sentient beings to achieve happiness, all the happiness up to enlightenment, and eliminate all the each sentient beings, all suffering. Can you imagine? So you have to think like that. You have to know like that. Oh, so yeah. Okay, so like this. You see. Now the Lojong thought transformation from the correctly following the virtuous friend, which is the root of the path to enlightenment, from there up to the state of omniscience, all are thought transformation. Lojong. But there's a Lojong, all the lamrams are greater path is Lojong. But there's a particular Lojong, but there's a particular Lojong. That is what comes in the Guru Puja, Lama Zopa Guru Puja, after the bodhichitta. And then you see comes utilizing the what in the life, good thing, bad thing, whatever happens, you good thing, bad thing, whatever happens, you utilize in path to enlightenment. Whatever happens, good thing, bad thing, you utilize in path to enlightenment with bodhichitta. With bodhichitta, the conventional bodhichitta, the ultimate bodhichitta. Yeah. Oh. So all the obstacles are utilized in the path to achieve enlightenment for sentient beings. All sentient beings to achieve it is used in all the sentient beings to achieve enlightenment. It's all your obstacles used for that. Your sicknesses, whatever it is. So therefore, there's no obstacle to practice Dharma for you. So, including sickness, including death, whatever you use to you utilize in the path to achieve enlightenment for sentient beings, all the sentient beings to achieve enlightenment. So there's no obstacle for you to practice Dharma. Oh. So, sorry. sorry. Like it is said in thought transformation, bad conditions are virtuous friends. Looking at it, virtuous friends, guru. All the obstacles are pursuing you to practice the virtue, cause of happiness. All the sufferings is a broom cleaning away the suffering. 동안 되게 참아요. 동안을 줄도 마땅해서. So don't look at your suffering as a bad. It's mistaken. Don't look at yourself. Therefore, there's all because of all these qualities, benefits you get by having suffering. So therefore, 동안을 줄도 마땅한. But 까다맣게 감롱바 까다맣게 Angi Sumju. So each verse each stanza has at the end ang. There's I think about 30 advice. So Dungala to the mata ang. So don't look at your suffering as a problem, as a mistake. Sorry. Not coming back, sorry. Kara Gomchung. Kadamba Geshe Kara Gomchung said that. Sorry. Then he said, it will come again, it may come again. So these verses are more explanation. Katama Geshe Karagomjo said this. Tante Dungal Tamejang. Nganje Dunga, Nganje Lengen Sechen, Shimi Tunan Dejuji, Dungala Gawagumshi Ang. So, even the present little suffering problem that you have, by explaining this, it finishes. It finishes past negative karma. And in the future, there will be happiness. Therefore, Dungala Gawa Kumshi Ang. So, put the end, rejoice. Therefore, be happy. You are suffering. So we look at it by thinking the benefits of that experience. So look at it. Enjoy it. Be happy. They're suffering. So, so the so you are experiencing cancer or whatever problem you have, relationship, whatever, or experiencing this finishes past negative karma. As a result of past negative karma, nobody gave you, not God, nobody gave you, as a caused by your past negative karma. So by experiencing the present problem of suffering, finish the past negative karma. Your past negative karma finishes. Yes, it's very true. So that is true, whether we are practicing Dharma or not. You see, during purification, like merit or reciting the Power Sutras, or doing a walk with the compassion for others, for you see, doing hard work for others, being hard working for others with compassion, or with the devotion, serving Guru or following advice and Guru. So living in the morality with the hardships. So that whatever you see. Even you're not doing these things, not practicing Dharma, you say experiencing problem. Yes, that definitely ceases the past life negative karma. Yes. Then what happens in the future? There will be happiness. So it's like sun shining. It's like sun shining in the world. So animals can enjoy, plants grow, flowers grow, Animals can enjoy it, human beings can enjoy by rising sun. All of that, all their future lives, there's so much happiness. So much happiness. Oh, so there, so much happiness, then like that you go to enlightenment, you go to Buddhahood, peerless happiness. Aha. So then therefore, so whatever suffering you have to look at it, before, you see, it's like that, it's mistaken. Don't look at it mistaken. So, be happy, rejoice, the suffering. Oh, but think of the benefits, you see? Oh, like that. So, the kind of the example, Gabon, we have one after Lama passed away, Lama Ishe, then we need one teacher to help the Western students and as well as amongst nuns is retreat and practice. So Geshe Lama Konchog came. So he was there for many years and went to the Taiwan, Singapore, Australia centers to give teachings, Lamrim. So, so summertime was a lot of rain. So there was during old Gomba was existing. So there was a lot of raining. So in the front of the Gomba there were steps. So there was a square step down there. So he fell down very heavily. He fell down so heavily on the square cement step, square one. So Jida, so heavily fell down. So the minute he fell down, he felt incredible happiness. Unbelievable happiness, because he thought my obstacles came on him. He thought my obstacles, my life obstacles came on him, he thought. He received my life obstacles. So he was so unbelievably happy, even though he fell down so heavily. Jida, like that we say. So, sorry, I repeat again. So he was so happy. All like that, you see? Like that. Oh, like that. Oh, Dungala Kawakun Shi Ang. So look at the suffering, you see? It's like look at the suffering happiness. So unbelievably happy. So you see, I think you see now. You see, you have to know, you have to realize, see, to do that, to experience the suffering of sentient beings on you, by you, I think you have to realize how they're so kind. You have to really realize how they're most precious, most kind, most dear. Well, you wish fulfilling all the sentient beings. So, more you realize that, more you see, then so happy to experience the suffering for the sentient being. To experience the suffering of sentient being on you. So you're so happy. It's not that I have the experience, not that, but my case, so happy. So more you realize that kind, to experience their suffering on you. Hazara, this is the happiest one for you. It's the happiest one for you. Most pleasure for you. To experience suffering others only. And to give your happiness to others. Wow. It's the most pleasure for you, most happiness for you. So you have to, realize more the kindness of sentient being, how precious that. So to experience others suffering by you, to other suffering, by experience suffering, give you happiness. Most pleasure for you, the highest pleasure for you, the best for you. I think you might have that feeling. Oh, it's the most pleasure, the greatest happiness for you. For example, bodhisattva, I tell you one thing. Bodhisattva, arahatas, say arahatas, dachamba, arahatas, they want to achieve blissful state of peace for yourself. You see, the soul is that free from samsara, the blissful state of peace, nirvana for yourself, you see? It's the main one. It's the main one. You see? But bodhisattva is like kaka, or how to say, wishing, not ordinary pleasure, wishing even nirvana, blissful state of peace, the cessation of suffering and cause of delusion, that. You see, for bodhisattva, it's like, in text, it said, stone you used to clean your kaka, you can use pepper, okay. You use your kaka, so you throw away. You see, there's something you throw speech, and then the lupa, speech chima, and lupa snot. You throw the stone, then you don't touch, you throw away. Oh, for bodhisattva is like that. Not just ordinary, not just something pleasure. Oh, that's sorry. Even blissful state of peace, for instance, the soulless state or nirvana. Oh, for bodhisattva, it's like sorry. You stone or you do on you throw snot. Like toilet pepper. They come to clean your kaka. Also, all like that. You see, throw away. Oh, like that. All the bodhisattva. Now, you see, now to suffer for sentient being, it's like unbelievable, even more than art, unbelievable happiness to suffer for sentient being. You see, the swan, when it's hot, swans go in the pond and enjoy, see, like that. Or the bodhisattva, to experience, to be born in the lower realm, to be born in a hell realm for sentient beings, so happy, unbelievable happy. To be born in the hell to suffer for sentient beings. unbelievable, happy. Oh, like that. Bodhisattva is actually like that. Oh, you have to understand it. So, so you see, I have one teacher, Gen Jampa Wangdu, one teacher. I took the Julian, method Julian, taking the essence of flower. So if you are doing retreat on a very high mountain or some very far isolated place, so then to get food, you have to go very far and spend a lot of time to get the food. So waste a lot of time, you see. So you can, without need food, there's taking the essence of rock, essence of water, essence of wind, like that. So I didn't see all the text. So the taking the essence of flower. So you may pill, then you bless, then you every day you take one pill or something. I don't know. You pill, live on that. So you don't have to cook food, something like that. So to not waste time. So I took, in case it will become rare to get the lineage of teaching, so I took from Geshe Lama. Yes, he lived in Tibet in that retreat. And so many of the oldest, our old sanghas did retreat, except one sangha could not do. Even Yungne could not do. The 2 days retreat could not do fasting. So the old sanghas, then almost everyone, the Dharamsala, they did. 21 days retreat. So he gave it, we requested him to give teaching, then he gave Lama Eshe translated for him. And so I did that, and then the Kasure asked the question, what is the quick way to achieve realization of Lamdrin? Then he answered to Rangchendzeki Nyembo Tenpa. So you practice remedy to the self-chasing, your self-chasing thought. So that's the quick way to achieve realization. That's what he answered. So that's according to his experience. So Gen Jampa Wangdu, you see, when he was going for his own teachings, so tea came in his house. Then you see what is useful for TV is not the things there, not Guru's portals. He didn't take the TV. Well, TV what took is only a clock. He had one clock on the table, so the TV took only the clock, nothing else. So when Gen Jampa came back from his own teaching, he was so happy. He was telling us, he was so happy because the thief found something useful for him. Something useful for him, so he needed a clock. So he got. So Gen Jampa made him so happy. Because you see, you can understand the basic understanding, realization is that sentient beings are most precious, most kind, most real. So because that, so happy that they found something useful to the clock. So he was so happy with that. You see? Okay, so consider. This might have also motivation for the bodhisattva. So now person who abuse you, who doesn't love you at all, angry to you, who blame you, that you see. Now all your happiness from beginningless rebirth, present happiness, future happiness, all the happiness, including enlightenment, all the three-time happiness, completely came from this person. Completely came from this person. So you see, so all those three-time happiness, including enlightenment, came from your good karma. Your good karma is action of the Buddha. Your good karma is the action of Buddha. There are two actions of Buddha. One is within us sentient being. One action of Guru, action of the Buddha. Sorry, action of Buddha is possessed by Buddha's own mind, holy mind. So two actions of Buddha. One is within us. So all this three-time happiness, including enlightenment, came from your good karma. Your good karma, what you thought, what the action is a holy action of the Buddha. The holy action of Buddha came from Buddha. Buddha came from bodhisattva. Bodhisattva came from bodhichitta. Bodhichitta came from great compassion. Bodhichitta came from great compassion. Great compassion generated but depend on the obscure suffering sentient beings. Obscure suffering sentient beings. The compassion is generated but depend on that. All those sentient beings, numberless sentient beings. So that includes the person who abuse you, who blame you, who are angry, who doesn't love you, all that. That includes this person. So, compassion is great compassion is generated but depends on this person. So now you can see all your three-time happiness, including your enlightenment, completely came from this person. You receive from this person who abuse you, who complain you, blame you, angry to you, all from this person. Totally from this person. So this person is for you, the most kind, most precious, most dear for you. Your wish fulfillment. This person is your wish fulfillment. Happiness from beginning, but now after enlightenment, all three completely came from me. Yes. So now like that, every sentient being is like that. You receive your three-time happiness from every ant you receive, every mosquito, every mouse, rat, I forgot names. You see, every tiny fly, very tiny flies from everyone, everyone. Oh, like that. You see, that's one thing. That's so important. The extensive kindness of sentient being. So important, that one. So important. Now, not only that, oh, sorry. By opening your heart, by relying on Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, stops rebirth in the Lord. Stops, frees you from samsara, frees you from raw nirvana, frees you, then that brings you to Buddhahood. And that makes you to free the numberless sentient beings from oceans of samsara suffering and bring them to enlightenment. You see? Oh, so now Buddha, Dharma, Sangha come from where? Buddha, Dharma, Sangha came from numberless sentient beings. Buddha, Dharma, Sangha came from this person who abuse you, blame you, don't love you, angry to you, all that. Oh, numberless Buddha, Dharma, Sangha came from this person, came from this insect. You see? This chicken, this pork, pig or pork, pork, pig, this chicken, this fish. So, numberless Buddha, Dharma, Sangha came from this. This person who abused you, all that, from this insect, this ant. So again, they're so precious. Why money is precious? Why? If you have money, you can buy things what you want. You can all the enjoyments. You see, you can buy, you can get. So money is so precious. So similar here. So the sentient is so precious. You see, unbelievable precious. Now eating this on top of Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, all came from this. Each one from this person. How precious that, how precious that. Then not only that, now all sentient beings have been your mother from beginningless rebirth and being kind, gave body, particularly human body, and they protected your life from danger. Even one day, for hundreds of life danger, she protected. And then bear hardships, so much hardship for you. Oh, then led in the path of the world, gave education. So you see, so for example, now you can read, write, can read Dharma books, especially read Dharma books, but can read, write, what you can do. So as an education by the mother's kindness. So like that we see. So even related to this life, like that mother's kindness. But so like that we see, from beginningless rebirth, being mother and the kind, all like that. All sentient beings have been mother and been kind. From beginningless rebirth. The kindness, being mother, all like that. See, so then of course, you see, we think only one life. This, only this few years or few months or something. Only then you concerned only your mother, father, your brother, sister. Only this life. Never think of past, future life. Never think of all sentient beings have been your mother. I mean, your mother, your father, your brother, sister, Even that numberless times, from beginning to say bad. Can you imagine? But we think only this life. Only the perhaps mostly with the attachment. But, my this, nothing. You see, because you never, mind blocked by ignorance. Well, I can't see all sentient beings, your mother, even the insect numberless times. Oh, so like that. So now, all sentient beings, the most precious, most kind to you, most dear, your wish fulfilling. So they give you enlightenment. You see, we are wish fulfilling. All the happiness come from there. Okay, so I'm sorry, I'll stop here. So this is the basis, Lojong. Then you can do Lojong. Otherwise, taking out the sentiment suffering from you. You think crazy. This is crazy. Go to mental institute. Go to institute, mental institute. You see, I think like that. Sorry. I think if you more realize the kind, then you see, for you is the top, is the most pleasure. Takes stuff from others, give you happiness. Offer is I think it's the most for your mind so important, the most important, the most important, the most important pleasure for you, the taking suffering, experience suffering, or that taking other suffering, you experience, then you give your happiness. Then the Lojong comes. Then you can do Tonglen, all these things actually you can do. The basis, you need the basis. Otherwise, the Lojong will just order. I see, they can never get practice. Also, that's right. I stop here for the break. Maybe there's no break.